Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present our study on unanswered Python-related questions on Stack Overflow. The title of our study is an empirical study of unanswered Python-related questions on Stack Overflow. I'm Yusuf Sulistionugroho, and this research aims to understand the specific factors behind unanswered questions and to provide insights into improving community support. So let's start with the background of our study to understand the context and significance of our research. Okay, as we know, Python is widely used in numerous purposes and domains. When Python programmers face programming issues, they frequently seek assistance on Stack Overflow to find relevant solutions. Stack Overflow is a popular question and answer platform where programmers seek and share knowledge for various programming languages, including Python. However, as we can see in the example, despite the active community, many Python-related questions on Stack Overflow remain unanswered. This, of course, raises concerns about the effectiveness of community support and the quality of engagement on the platform. Here, our study focuses on identifying these unanswered questions, analyzing them, and providing recommendations for improvement. Now, let's outline the objectives of our study. So based on the background we have described previously, our study aims to analyze the user reputation associated with unanswered questions, examine the types and topics of these questions, and identify potential areas for increasing community support and engagement. To address these concerns, we formulated specific research questions and motivations. Preliminary, our research is driven by two main questions. First, what is the reputation of the users who post as unanswered Python-related questions? And second, what are the nature of unanswered Python-related questions on Stack Overflow based on user reputations? The second question is broken down into two sub-questions that are based on the types and topics of unanswered Python-related questions. By answering these questions, we aim to understand potential weaknesses in the existing support mechanisms and suggest ways to improve user engagement and community support in Stack Overflow. Our study applies a mixed method approach, combining both quantitative and qualitative analysis. Quantitatively, we analyze user reputations and the types of unanswered questions, while for qualitative analysis, we use word cloud visualizations to explore common topics among these questions. This mixed methods approach allows us to gain a deeper understanding of the factors contributing to unanswered questions. With this methodological framework, let's proceed to the data collection process to see how we gathered and refined our data set for analysis. To begin our study, we undertook a detailed data collection process. First, we extracted a total of 1,845,576 Python-related questions from SOTorrent dataset. We then filtered these questions to isolate those that were unanswered, reducing our dataset to 688,342 questions. Finally, we removed only duplicate entries, resulting in a refined dataset of 283,839 unique unanswered questions. These data preparations ensured that our analysis was based on a clean and relevant dataset. Now let's move on the procedure how to answer our first research questions. What is the reputation of SO users who post unanswered questions? In analyzing user reputations, we categorized Stack Overflow users into three distinct groups based on their reputation scores. Users with reputation scores between 1 and 400 were classified as having low reputations. Those with scores ranging from 400 to 2,400 were categorized as mid-reputation users. And finally, users with reputation scores of 2,400 and above were classified as high reputation users. This categorization helped us understand the distribution of unanswered questions across different user reputation levels. Next, we will explore the procedure how we use to answer our second research question. What are the types of unanswered questions mostly shared? To address this RQ, we categorized the questions into 5 types: how, what, why, others, and 404. We then performed manual labeling to classify these questions accurately. Initially, 3 authors independently annotated the first 30 samples to ensure consistency and reliability in the classification process. We calculated the kappa agreement to measure the iterator reliability, which provided us with an agreement score. If the score is acceptable, one author proceeded to manually annotate the remaining samples. Following this, let's move into the procedure we used to answer RQ 2.2. What are the topics of unanswered questions? In these research questions, LDA was used to identify topics with the unanswered questions. Before we implement the LDA for topic modeling, we pre-processed the data to ensure the quality of the data. We transformed the text data into vectors using count factorizer and then applied the LDA model. This allowed us to visualize the main topics of unanswered questions using word clouds. Now let's move to the results of our analysis, starting with user reputation. Our analysis revealed that unanswered questions are predominantly asked by low reputation users who contribute 72.52% of the unanswered questions. Mid reputation users contribute 17.93%, while high reputation users contribute 9.55%. This indicates that new or less experienced users struggle more with getting responses to their questions. Moving on to the results for RQ 2.1, we found some interesting patterns in the types of unanswered questions on Stack Overflow. The how questions are the most prevalent types across all user reputation levels, indicating a common need for practical guidance and solutions among users. Interestingly, high reputation users are more likely to ask what and why questions compared to mid and low reputation users. This suggests that experienced users tend to engage in more conceptual or exploratory discussions, seeking deeper understanding and insights rather than just practical help. Let's now explore the results for RQ 2.2. What are the topics of unanswered questions? Our detailed analysis for this RQ using LDA revealed distinct topics trends among unanswered questions based on user reputation. For example, low reputation users most frequently posted unresolved questions about model, image, value, and etc. Mid reputation users often had unanswered questions related to Flash, Matplotlib, module, and etc. While high reputation users face unresolved discussions on topics such as NumPy, multiple, Flash, and etc. Interestingly, all reputation levels shared common topics like multiple, function, data frame, object, and file. These findings suggest that the Python community should prioritize providing support materials for these commonly shared topics. So with this result, let's move on to discuss the broader implications and research finding of our study. Our study reveals several important points regarding the unanswered questions on Stack Overflow. First, low reputation users often struggle with clarity in their questions, indicating a need for support in crafting more precise and unanswerable queries. This suggests that community interventions, such as mentorship programs, could be highly beneficial in helping these users. Furthermore, the insights gained from our analysis can inform better resource allocation for community support, ensuring the common topics and areas of difficulty are adequately addressed. Now let's consider the potential threats to validity of our study to understand the limitations and areas for future improvement. One significant threat to construct validity is the potential misclassification of user reputations because we did not consider the time of posting the questions. This could lead to inaccuracies in our data set. Moreover, there are biases in manual labeling, as the annotators might have misunderstandings that affect the accuracy of the results. However, we mitigated this by discussing disagreements to reach a consensus. While our study focuses on Python-related discussions on Stack Overflow, its findings might not generalize to other programming languages or discussion forums. So, in conclusion, our investigation into unanswered Python-related questions on Stack Overflow has uncovered key aspects of information sharing within the Python community. We found that user reputation significantly impacts the nature of questions asked and the likelihood for receiving a response. This indicates the need for robust support systems to assist low reputation users in obtaining timely help. Future research should explore novel interventions to increase community participation and ensure equitable assistance for Python programmers of all expertise levels. This, in turn, can foster a more collaborative and inclusive programming community. That's all my presentation, and thank you for listening.